Hey YouTube, I tried filming this last night and it didn't really work, so that's why I'm doing it a little bit later. My first video back from my break was going to be my Summer in the City montage video. As you show how amazingly good Summer in the City was, and that will come. But this weekend has been a very odd weekend, mainly because we're Tuesday now, but on Monday evening, after Summer in the City, it came out that Robin Williams has passed away from a suspected suicide. And it kind of brought everything home for me. And I just want to kind of talk about it. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are going to be talking about this. Robin Williams passing has affected so many people in different ways. He was an inspiration to an incredible amount of people. Actors, comedians, and just people about how to live, how to support other people. He was in so many of my favourite films. Flubber, Hook. One of my favourite movie scenes is in Hook, when there's the make-believe meal and food fight. And ever since the first time I watched it when I was young, I really loved that. So to Robin Williams, thank you. But I think kind of this works beyond just Robin Williams. This kind of weekend at Summer City was incredible. And one of the reasons it was incredible is because, for me personally, I made a lot of new friends, more new friends I think this weekend than I have done in the 4 years that I've been doing YouTube. So for me, it was very positive, very self-redefining almost. But then in the evening, I looked around when it was at the main stage gig, and there are 2 points that kind of really got to me. One was when Emma Blacker was having her head shaved, and the audience, she was a bit angsty, and the audience, sorry I'm hitting the camera, it's very close, and the audience sang her song to her. But it wasn't just any part of the song, it was a really important moment, saying that she's beautiful and that she can do this, she can get her shaved for charity, and that they will still love her and accept her. And I think that message was beautiful. That message was so positive and important. It really showed what this community we have can do, and people in general, what people can do, what people can give each other. The other bit was when one of the bands were playing, and I looked around and I saw these crowd, like thousands of people just dancing, going like this as a group. And I've had 2 summers out in America at a summer camp, and before I went there, my negative self-storage was still very high, my anxiety was very high, and it helped to really define me as an accepted person for myself, and positive feelings. And that is my home, this Camp Lawtown, and it means so much to me. I was looking around on Sunday, and I saw these people, and I was there thinking, I bet that's what they're feeling. I mean, obviously I don't know, but there was such a level of acceptance and camaraderie up there, and I'm thinking, some of these people are probably, at home they've got difficulties, or at school they've got difficulties, be it bullying, be it kind of they just don't get it, be it emotional health problems, mental health problems. And then they come to Summer in the City and they meet people, they're like them, and they join in on that. And the feeling of acceptance can really help people. It really helped me. And Robin Williams passing has just really highlighted the potential negative effects if not so much if you don't have that, but if you're not reminded of that sometimes. To go as far as to actually commit suicide shows that there is a really, you've passed the line where, I think Robin Williams himself in a campaign went and said, suicide is a permanent answer to I've forgotten what word he used, for a part-time problem, not part-time problem, I can't get it right, but for a for a problem that won't be forever. And it's very true, and you pass along when you kind of think suicide is a better answer than living with whatever you're going through. And the fact that people go through that, I think everyone agrees is horrible. And the fact that somebody that you look up to and admire go through that is horrible. I think Robin Williams, he has talked before about his mental health. It was very known that he battled with mental health. But even then you turn around and you see somebody like him committing suicide. I think probably a lot of people are going, well, if he can't do it, how can I do it? It doesn't really work like that. Jack Howard posted a video last night talking, just like a culmination again of like his gig with Jack and Dean live and the incredible positive things that he got from that. But then again about this incredible comedian, actor, legend passing. And then also about his best friend Tim H moving. And how much that means to him in a way that upsets him greatly. And the worries. And I think, once again, with some of the, I look to people when they're finishing on the Sunday and they look around and they'll hug him for the last time for that trip or whatever. I think because of the work I've done myself, I have quite a good mindset on this, and I think this is a mindset that has definitely helped me. And it's a mindset that I hope other people can go in, which is about a mixture of looking in the present, which is extremely important, but also looking to the future. Because not only is something like depression and anxiety, it is temporary. That's the word, temporary. Mood comes up and down. It might always feel like it, but it does. There is work that can be done around mood. Even if you think you've tried everything and everything's failed, that there are things that you can do. But also problems such as, take Jack's problem about Tim moving and he's going to be gone for 2 years. That is, when your best friend moves and it's a best friend who has helped you through a lot, that can be almost soul destroying. It can feel like, well, what do I do now? How can I continue being creative? How can I continue being good if somebody that I rely on isn't here with me anymore? Time does move forward, and it sounds like one of those things, oh yeah, well, it'll be over before you know it. My girlfriend at the moment is over in America. She's been over there for 7 weeks. We've got 5 weeks left, and it's not as big as 2 years, but that was really hard. I got quite down about it. Now I'm better because time has healed that wound, but also I know, what, we're halfway there. We're nearly 3/4 of the way now. So I know that we'll move forward from that. And I think it's the same with people who have said goodbyes to friends, to new friends or old friends at SITC. You will see them again if you want to. Summer in the City, there are people that I see once a year, good friends I see once a year at Summer in the City. I'm somebody that goes around the country to gatherings and for other reasons and just to see friends. So I do see a lot of people at other times, but there are some people I only see once a year. And that's okay, because when you are seeing them, or how often you see them, does not impact on the quality of the relationship. If you have a friendship, if you have a good friendship, true friendship, where you support each other and love each other and all that, then that isn't going to just go away because you haven't talked or haven't seen each other for a while. I think talking is easier with phones and with Skype and with the internet. But I really hope that Summer in the City weekend has proved to some people in this community that I love that you're not alone. We had a mental health panel at Summer in the City, and the turnout was incredible. It was the first time, and it was packed. And it wasn't people there going, oh, because so-and-so was there. It was people that wanted to listen and wanted to share and wanted to feel that positivity and wanted to, had their own issues. And I think the trouble with the city, I think YouTube as a whole attracts a certain type of people, quite young base, but I think a base that maybe doesn't fit in other ways, in other places. And then they come to YouTube and they come to somewhere in the city and they feel acceptance, I hope. So if you're watching this and you are one of the young people that's been at Summer in the City, and even if you're not one of the young people, if you're anybody, you don't even need to don't even need to do YouTube. And you've been affected by Robin Williams passing, or even if it's not Robin Williams passing, if it's anything. If you've got ongoing depression, please try and look to the future. One of the worst things is suicide. Not for any, what you're doing to other people reason, but because the potential someone has to live their life. And in any life, I honestly believe this, in any life there are the really shitty points. But there are the really wonderful, amazing, soul-defining points where you look around and you think, wow, life is incredible. And the fact that anybody thinks suicide is better than that breaks my heart. There's not really an answer to this video. There's not really an answer to this situation, because depression, suicide isn't a simple situation. A list in the description, Mind, Samaritans, Children in Need, which I think do some mental health. But search on the internet. This is going to be a UK-based list. But even if you're in America, there will be services around. If you don't know how to go to it, try the internet. If you don't think you can't find anything, ask your GP. You don't need to tell your GP why. You can just turn to your GP and say, the GP is in the UK, your doctor, and say, I want a list of local mental health services. You don't need to tell them why. You don't need to say, I'm really, really depressed. And you can if you want to, and often your doctors will give you, in their surgery, they'll have additional services like counselling services. They can also make a forward onto what is over in the UK as CAMS, which is a specialist service for mental and emotional health for children. But there are a lot of different routes to get support. A lot of different routes. And it's so hard, because I've been there where somebody turns around to you and says, oh, you're not alone. And it sounds so stupid. And so, like, well, of course I'm not alone. Who else is going through this with me? People are. And if you turn to your friends, at least some of your friends, and deep down you'll know who they are. It won't necessarily be your family. You'll be like, oh, my family should be there for you. And they won't necessarily be there for you. Hopefully they are. But if there's one person that is in your life that can support you, talk to them, open up, and ask them for help. Use their love and their support to go and seek help. I don't really know what else to say. With me on YouTube, because I do mental and emotional health, I always get to a point where I want to fix everything, and I always want to say the right thing. I don't think there is. I don't know, right now, myself included, there's a lot of people who are really devastated by this passing of an incredible man. And what just upsets me is the idea that he had to go there, and also that the potential for other people to go there. So I'm going to end this by saying thank you to everybody that I met at Summer City this year, because it was incredible. To To the friends that I've strengthened, I kind of knew before, thank you. To the new friends, thank you. Because you made me feel that incredible, life-affirming wow moments. I had so many this weekend. And that's what life's about. We work through the hard points and we appreciate the incredible moments, and there will be incredible moments.